everybody. Niman Hao, and welcome to another episode of Ignite Your Power, the Kathy Mou Podcast. So today's episode is going to be about me sharing my health journey with you guys. And, I've been struggling with endometriosis and trying to conceive my second child because I had a miscarriage in September and look at my rashes. Woo! From my eczema flare up. So I know that all of these are signs that my health is out of whack and that my hormones are imbalanced and that whatever I'm eating is really affecting me. And I know that whatever I've been preaching, um, I need to actually do hardcore instead of just kind of like sliding by. And so today I'm going to share two powerful tools that have been a game changer in my health lately. And I'll dive into using these practices, the benefits of them, and how you can incorporate them too. And so if you're looking for ways to help with your health holistically, this is the episode for you. And so before we jump in, I'm going to introduce myself for all the new listeners. I'm Kathy. I'm an empowerment coach, and I teach people tools to empower yourself to live the healthiest and best life that you deserve and that you desire. I teach you tools and have guests that come on to help with any type of either like all holistic health with emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual health. And all four of these things are so important to have optimal health. And so I found this out during having infertility, and I started with my physical health. And I know that a lot of us in the world are always wrapped up in how we look like and, the physique of somebody, but that's actually not the most important thing. If all the other three are missing or imbalanced as well, then you will not be at your optimal health and you will feel like something's missing. So, focusing on your mental health is very important, meaning like thinking positively, changing your mindset to becoming more resilient. Emotional well-being is important too because it taps into your feelings and understanding how you feel and how you deal with anxiety and stress and overwhelm. Um, so that's an important aspect too. And then last but not least is spirituality, which is the last thing that I tapped into. And knowing that there's something greater, higher, and that literally gives you hope to keep moving forward. And that is what gave me hope to keep moving forward. And eventually I had my daughter naturally. Okay. After having a miscarriage, doing IVF, and then just recently having another miscarriage naturally, I just know that um, something greater is out there and higher source is always having my best interest that I don't know or see yet. All right, let's get into today's topic. I'm so excited. So let's start with my experience with castor oil. So today I don't have any makeup on. Sorry for the listeners on my podcast. So on YouTube, if you're here, you can see how I don't have makeup on. And so my face is like glowing because I've been using castor oil as my moisturizer. I've replaced it and it moisturizes my face so well. And plus, I have a flare-up of eczema on my eye, my left eye and right behind my ears. It's like so inflamed and so itchy that I've been using castor oil on it, hoping that it will help with eliminating it. We shall see. It's only been day 3 for me. Um, but yeah, I've been putting it on as my moisturizer, and it's kind of sticky, like maple syrupy in a sense, but not as thick. But I love having moist skin, so it feels good for me. But I guess people who are not used to it, you have to get used to it. But anywho, if you don't know what castor oil is a thick golden vegetable oil extracted from castor beans. It's been used for centuries in traditional medicine for its healing properties. It's most famous for promoting detoxification, reducing inflammation, and even enhancing digestion. But one of the most effective ways to use it is through castor oil packs, which I'll explain in just a second. So I've started incorporating castor oil packs into my weekly or daily self-care routine, like I just told you, for my face so far. But I have not tried it on my abdomen yet for my endometriosis. I'm waiting for my next menstrual cycle to come and then start because I want to help it with balancing my hormones and then helping with my endometriosis. So, I was able to get castor oil and a castor oil pack delivered. I spotted off of Amazon, and I've been doing a ton of research on castor oil, and I found so much fascinating results and beauties and amazing stories out of it. And so, how you use it though is like you put castor oil on a castor oil pack or cotton of some sort, and then you place it on the place that you want to do it. So, people have been doing it for their liver or their abdomen, whatever it may be. And then, yeah, and then you place it for at least 45 minutes to an hour. And the best practice is to try to do it every day or every other day for at least an hour. Or best results I heard is to do it overnight. But I have not done it yet, so we shall see. The benefits of castor oil are incredible. It's known to improve lymphatic drainage, which helps your body remove toxins. It reduces inflammation, which is key for managing conditions like endometriosis. It supports liver health, which enhances your body's natural detoxification. It relieves pain and boosts circulation, which helps with cramps and bloating. So there's so many benefits for castor oil. I'm just so excited to dive in deeper. I've been doing so much research. So I've seen a video about how it can help with your hormonal health. And so this doctor was explaining how on your first day of menstrual cycle, you would put castor oil on your thyroid right here for an hour, and then you would put it on your liver for an hour. And that would be consecutively for 2 weeks. And then after that, you would shift instead of the liver into your abdomen for the next 2 weeks. So you would do that for the next 3 months, and it will help with hormonal balance. That's what she was saying. I'm excited to try it, so I'm going to try this at my next cycle, because they say that the castor oil is so powerful because it seeps into your body and it goes into the organs. Like that's how powerful this is. And so, if you're trying to do it on your abdomen, it may cause miscarriage or, you know, um, fertility issues. So I do not want to try that yet, just in case. I don't know. But we shall see. So if I have my menstrual cycle, I'm going to try this at the first day of my period. And so, another thing that, or tip that I've read is that when you are using a castor oil, the castor oil has to be organic, and it has to be in a glass bottle, and it has to be in a tan glass bottle because of the UV lights getting into it, and then it'll make it go bad. So that's very important. And it has to be hexane free, I believe, and then organic, like I said, and cold pressed. And I just bought this off of Amazon, and let's see, the brand that I use is Queen of Thrones, and I guess it's a very popular brand. So you can go check that out, or, you know, see if you like that and try it out. But I'm excited for all the benefits it's already giving me. And also, it's supposed to help break up like things in your body that's not supposed to be there. So right now I have a little like weird bump of some sort that I got like years ago, like maybe 5 years. And it kind of looks like a pimple, but not. And it's just there now. And so I've been trying this castor oil on it, and right now I'm using a Band-Aid actually. So I put castor oil on the Band-Aid and then I'm just putting it there, and I've been putting it on for over a day and a half now, and it kind of looks like it shrunk. So I'm excited to see what else it does more for me. And then another pro tip too, people said that it's best if you've put castor oil in your belly button too, like directly into it, and then it'll seep into, um, I guess, inside of your belly button, and then your belly button connects to a lot of like blood vessels or organs, etc., like reaching different parts of your body. So it's a great way to use castor oil too. So those are my pro tips that I found so far. And so let me know if you guys tried it or want to try this below in the comments. I would love to hear. And if you tried it, what have you seen and what benefits have you seen from it? It's exciting. Okay, next, let's talk about the Bean Protocol. So this is a healing program developed by Karen Hurd, a nutritionist, and she's a scientist and she's ex-military. And yeah, I did a lot of research on her and this whole Bean Protocol. So it's the basic idea of eating beans that are high in soluble fiber, which binds to toxins and excess hormones in the gut, and it helps eliminate it naturally from your body. And so eating beans or soluble fiber is so helpful and in a natural way. And so Karen Hurd developed this idea of eating soluble fiber because her daughter, as a baby, was about to die, supposedly, and she did some research and found out about soluble fiber, and she started giving beans to her daughter, and she cured her. And so she knows that this works, and she's been preaching about it ever since then, maybe for like 20, 30 years now. And so Unique Hammond is the one actually who patented the bean protocol. And she is actually affected by the fires. So my heart goes out to all the people in LA right now. I feel so sad and I feel so sorry. And if I can bring healing vibes or anything, and I'm sorry if you lost, your house or if you're affected by the fires, please let me know, or please let my community know what we can do to help you guys. But she was actually one of the people affected by the fires. So if you want to go check out her Instagram page online, it's Unique Hammond, Hammond. And she is such a beautiful being and soul person. I actually went on a call with her in 2021 because I was on the B protocol hardcore back then. And so now I'm doing it all over again. And yeah, I hopped on a call back then because I was struggling with eating beans 6 times a day, like a quarter cup of beans 6 times a day. It was too much for me because during that time I had so much health issues. I was having endometriosis, which caused me so much pain, which made me not hungry. I was not able to sleep well. So in turn, again, it did not make me want to eat and be hungry. So I called her to ask her some suggestions, and she told me to take psyllium husk in replacement for a bean portion. So yeah, I went on a call with her, and she's such a yeah, nice person. But anywho, so the bean protocol was made patented by Unique Hammond, and now she preaches and talks about the bean protocol. But it's especially helpful for people dealing with hormone imbalances, inflammations, or conditions like endometriosis or Crohn's disease, like she does or has, Unique Hammond, and she's been on remission for at least 15, 20 years now. So it does work. It's so crazy. And so all of these conditions are closely tied to hormonal health, which I have found. And so I know that in order to actually heal your body, you have to get to the root cause and not just finding ways or easy way out to do things. And when you're trying to get to the real core issues of something, it takes a long time because your body has to take time to heal and recalibrate itself. And think about how long you've been doing things wrong that your body's been like trying to heal itself. So it could be years that you're reversing. And Think about it. If you're reversing your body within like 3 months at least, like that's amazing. Look how your body is always actually working to try to save you, to actually heal itself. Our bodies are so incredible. So you need to feed it nutrients to be healthy, and you need to do the things that makes your body healthy and be at optimal health. So this is what I teach people, and I love it. It's a passion of mine. So I've started adding beans to every meal, and I eat every type of beans, but mainly black beans. They're my favorite. I feel like they're the easiest to eat, digest, and you get the least gas from it. So my specific protocol is to eat beans 6 times a day. So I wake up drinking psyllium husk. I actually take the tablets that I got from Whole Foods. Um, I tried drinking the psyllium husk with water. Oh, I could not do that. So nope. I don't know if it's as beneficial, but whatever works for me, right? Whatever works for you. So I take psyllium husk in the morning around like what, 7 a.m. when I wake up. Then I wait like a couple hours, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours and then I eat breakfast. And so you're supposed to eat 3 meals with um vegetables like greens, vegetables, protein, and beans. So for breakfast, I'll have a boiled egg, one or two, depending if Jem eats her egg or not. I'll eat it for her because it's extra protein. And then I'll have like broccoli or bok choy or whatever, maybe steamed veggies. And then I'll have the beans. And you're supposed to have a quarter cup of beans at least every time you eat the beans. And then an hour and a half to 2 hours later, I'll eat a snack, a quarter cup of beans, and then I'll have lunch, which is the same concept, probably usually rotisserie chicken, and then as my protein, and then I'll have a quarter cup of beans, and then again, broccoli or bok choy or whatever greens that I have available to me. And then again, I'll have a snack, beans, an hour and a half to 2 hours, or maybe three, because in between this time, I have more leeway to not have to eat beans so fast. I have that quarter cup of beans again, and then dinner again, same thing, protein of some sort. And then I'll have my beans and some greens, and dinner time, I try to eat the least portion and try to eat more at breakfast and lunch because you don't want to save all of like your meal at the end of the day because it takes a lot of your digestive system to work, and you want it to rest while you sleep and not work while you sleep. So it's best to eat bigger portions in the day and then eat as little as possible at night if you can. So that's what I've been doing. And of course, drinking lots and lots of water, hydrating yourself. Okay, so benefits of the bean protocol. Um, Especially if you're dealing with hormonal or gut health issues. So it helps with hormone balancing, which is crucial for fertility and conditions like endometriosis, stabilize blood sugar levels, which helps with energy and mood, reduce bloating and improve digestion, and better skin and overall health. And so look at my face. For me, I've noticed I feel lighter, more energized, and less bloated since incorporating beans into my diet. It's so simple, but it's such a transformative protocol and change in my life, just adding more fiber. And again, you don't have to go hardcore, you take it little by little. And for me, it took at least what? I didn't go hardcore. I just started to add beans again into my diet in December. And then eliminating caffeine and eliminating alcohol as much as I can. But then the holidays rolled in and that messed it up. So New Year's, I was like, all right, I'm going to start the New Year's right. And so the last time I had a dr alcoholic drink was New Year's Eve. Haven't had it for 2 weeks already. And caffeine, I haven't had it for over a week and a half now. And so it feels good. I haven't really had caffeine for a month now. I like used to drink coffee every morning with my husband, but I've eliminated that since what, November actually. So that's been exciting. So let me tell you the do's and don'ts for the bean protocol. So for my protocol specifically, I'm supposed to eat beans 6 times a day. and let's see, a quarter cup of beans every day. Every portion at every portion. Um, let's see, the don'ts. Let's tell you the don'ts actually. So you're not supposed to work out. Man, that is one of the hardest things for me not to do because I've been working out for Monday through Friday for the past 11, 12 years, and it's been such a habit for me, just like brushing my teeth. So if I don't brush my teeth, I get agitated, irritated. So, which that never happens, right? Um, so now I can't work out. It's making me anxious, agitated. But what I can do is like stretching and light yoga. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll take it. I'll do light yoga. And then I can go for walks instead. So I think it's actually been good. So since I've been eliminating my workout routines of lifting weights, I actually replaced it with light yoga movement instead as my workout routine. And it actually feels so nice to switch up my routine. And doing yoga, I actually really appreciate it now. Like I appreciate how it stretches out my muscles and it's slower paced and I breathe more. Like I was like so high strung before when I work out, like, oh my God, I have to do it hardcore. I have to like keep going and push through it. And, I don't know, like it's just a different mindset that I had when I was lifting weights. And then now like yoga, I'm like, ooh, zen, peaceful breathing, stretching, like it's exactly what I need. And that's the beautiful thing is that spirit, higher source, angels, guides, whatever you believe in, always directs you to exactly what you need to know and what you need to do in order to answer your questions. It's either if you see it or not. And so I want to give you a funny story before I go back to the don'ts of what you do on the Bean Protocol. Um, is that how I got led to the Bean Protocol was actually an influencer on Instagram. She was actually doing the Bean Protocol for her acne. She's been struggling with her acne forever. And so I went down and at that time, I had so much acne on my face, so I started looking into it. And I find out it's hormonal imbalances. And then I find out, oh, okay, endometriosis causes hormonal imbalance. So it's because I have inflammation in my body. So I went down a rabbit hole of learning about my body, empowering myself, and when you empower yourself to learn new knowledge, you feel so good. You feel like you're taking your power back instead of like relying on other people to give you answers. You're finding it out for yourself. And that's another peace of mind that you get from empowering yourself. And so that's what I love doing for myself. But anywho, she was doing it for her face, and so I was like, what? And so when I went down that rabbit hole, I found out Unique Hammond, and she actually put her Crohn's in remission for the last 10, 15 years or so. And I was like, wait, what? And then she said she actually never was diagnosed with endometriosis, but she believes she has it. So it has helped with those symptoms too. And so I was like, all right, I'm meant to do this. This has to be a sign from the universe. And you know what? I did the brain protocol, and then what? 5 months later, I got pregnant naturally with Gemma. So like, I mean, it wasn't right away result, but doing this, I know that putting some sort of action, empowering yourself raises your vibration to lead you toward the desires that you want, to match the vibration. And so you have to do the things and actions to match that vibration to get what you want. So that's what I eventually reached my goal. And now I'm doing it again for baby number two. So let's see. And I trust and believe in this so much. Okay. So if you're watching this right now, it may be a sign from the universe, wink, wink, that you're supposed to do this, or you're supposed to empower yourself to change the life or your life to get what you want. Okay, so let's get back to the don'ts. Okay, like I said, no working out. Oh, that's hard for me. But again, yoga, Zen, it's exactly what I need right now in my life because my life is so hectic. And then, no alcohol, of course. So I haven't been drinking since what? New Year's Eve, like I told you. So that's such a good thing for me. And I love wine, guys. So, ooh, it's actually not that bad as I thought. So, No caffeine, not even decaf, and no herbal teas as well. None of that. Um, and so I have not been having caffeine, and I've been having a little bit withdrawals of not having caffeine, I think maybe. Um, or maybe it was the withdrawal from no sugar. So that's another thing, no sugar. So no honey, no natural um sugars, and no what? The alternative sugars like Spendra or something, whatever you guys use. So no sugar whatsoever. And also fruit is considered sugar, so no fruit, guys. And I love fruit. That's like been one of the biggest things for me. So I've been cutting it out. It's been tough. But again, it shows that I've been addicted to sugar for a long time, so I cut that out. All right. So I think I've been having a little bit withdrawal from no sugar or caffeine, that I've been kind of dizzy and lightheaded and tired. So it's actually not as bad though, because I've been eating so much fiber and doing like healthy things that is making these symptoms not as bad. So I really see the benefits of me eating these beans and soluble fiber and eating nutrient-dense foods. So very, very important. Um, what else that you cannot do? No eating oils with your food. So you have to pick another specific time. So if you want any type of good oils, so like olive oil or like avocado or any type of oils, no coconut oil. They say just you can have other oils, but no coconut oil and no vegetable oil. Um, but don't eat that with your meals. Try to wait at least an hour and a half to 2 hours to separate it, because if you eat it together, the beans will combine with the fat, and then it won't take out the excess hormones or whatever it needs to do. So it defeats the purpose of the beans at that point in time. So try to separate that. Oh, okay. I think that is it. And obviously, no processed foods whatsoever. Whole foods. Okay? Whole foods. And you'll start losing weight. Your acne will get. So I think combining both of these right now, my face is so, so beautiful. Like, I can't even tell you, like, the glow and like how it looks and no acne. I'm loving it. So, yeah, if you guys been wanting to try it or want to try it, I believe you should. And I'll admit, adjusting to eating more beans wasn't easy at first, or adjusting to any of these things isn't easy. It's a lot of discomfort, and people keep asking me, like, beans give you gas? Yes, but it means that it's working, and it's eventually you'll eat it and then it'll go away. Like, I don't have gas as much as I used to, and I think I used to pass bowel movements at least 2 to 3 times a day, and then now it's actually going back to 1 to 2 times a day, but it's a good thing. It means it's releasing all of that out of you that's not necessary, right? And don't forget to soak your beans overnight and then cooking them. That's very important. But what I like to do is just soak it in um, water overnight, and then I'll put it in the Instapot, and then it only takes like 20 minutes to cook. And I've heard that people just been making beans without soaking in the Instapot. I don't know. I don't want to try that. I don't want to risk it, to be honest. So I soak them and then put it in the Instapot for like 15-20 minutes, depending on what type of beans. And then voila, you have your beans. Ooh, I forgot. No cinnamon too. No cinnamon, guys, on the bean protocol. That just came to me. So just want to throw it out there before I forget. Um, yeah. And then another pro tip that I want to tell you guys on the bean protocol is um no cold water too. No cold water at all. So room temperature, best is to have warm water. Best. Um, and you can have some lemon water or sparkling water too, but make sure it's not iced or cold. That's another pro tip on the protocol. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. And yeah, it's kind of hard. Like what you implement, anything new you implement is really hard at first, but once you keep doing it consistently, it feels good. And the crazy thing is, I thought it was going to be harder this time around, but it's actually easier because the first time I ever did it, the first time in 2021, I was miserable. But maybe because I was unhealthy at that time, I was in so much pain, and this was another stressful thing to worry about my eating. But this time I feel like energized, more empowered. And I noticed that when you start empowering yourself and implementing things that help with your health and your overall well-being, you start getting excited because you're taking your power back. Like you're doing the things necessary to make you healthy, make you happy. These things ignite my fire inside of me. And there is an example because I had a coaching call with a client of mine the other day, and she went on the Bean protocol too to help with her fibroids, and she's a nurse, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm so ex I've started noticing, and this is silly, but I started getting excited that once I end my shift, I get to go home and eat beans." She's like, "Isn't that funny?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's so funny." But also, it's a sign that it's showing growth, that you're empowering yourself. That's why you're so excited. So try these things because you will get excited. And the older you get, the more you really notice how health is so important to you. Like, it's not about the materialistic things, it's not about all the outside noise. It's literally coming within, finding that peace. And eating this way is finding so much peace and joy within me, knowing that I have the power to feed myself nutrient-dense foods instead of these crappy foods, and doing things outside of the norm. And people keep pressuring me, like, why aren't you eating sweets? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? And then my husband's like, you're making people feel bad. You're making people feel weird that you're taking your beans. And I'm like, I don't care. To be honest, I don't care. This is what exactly what I need to do. So I'm doing it. It makes me empowered, happy to do it. I don't care what other people think. I know this is what I need to do. And I'm the biggest example for my daughter. So since I've started this bean protocol, she's been eating so much more beans, and her bowel movements have been so much better. Like she used to have constipation issues and she used to cry because it wouldn't come out, but now it's been smoother because she's been adding more beans into her life. So I'm setting up a great example for her. Like I'm such a proud mama. I'm such a proud coach because people are implementing, like my clients are implementing this, and my friends and family are doing it too. It makes me so proud and happy. Like just me doing what I'm doing, I'm influencing others, and igniting their power and making them want to make a change, and that's such a good feeling. Like it makes me tear up, and it makes me know that I'm doing the right thing. And it makes me and keeps me going to keep doing the right thing. So this is why I'm here, and I love sharing these tips and tools with you all. And so thank you for even allowing me to do this and listening. So I do appreciate every single person listening every week, because without you guys, honestly, there would be nothing. There would be nothing for me to talk to or do or share my experiences and the things that I do, you know? So, tips for listeners interested in these practices. I'll kind of recap it because it was kind of all over the place. So if you want to get started with castor oil, and if you're curious, so first find a high quality organic cold pressed castor oil. I already gave you a brand. What Queens of Thrones. Um, and then second, get a soft cloth like a flannel or cotton, 100% cotton, guys, and soak it in the castor oil and then place it on your place, abdomen or liver or wherever you're trying to put it on, for at least an hour or overnight, depending on what your goal is and yeah, how you want it to work in your body. And then pro tip two, if you're trying to do it with for your abdomen for like endometriosis, etc., I heard that once you put the castor oil pack on top of your skin, and then on top of that castor oil pack, you put a heating pad or a heating pack in the castor oil pack, it will help soak in more of the castor oil into your body. So try that. Let me know if that has worked or helped you. One tip please do not use castor oil packs if you are pregnant or menstruating. And again, always consult with your healthcare provider for these methods because, again, I am not a doctor and this is not medical advice. Disclaimer, okay? These are the things and holistic things that I'm doing for my body, but do not replace this with a, medical advice from a doctor because I am telling you, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a normal person putting these things into practice and then sharing them with you guys. Okay, so starting the bean protocol, if you want to start, beginner tips is start slow, don't go all in, okay? So maybe half a cup of beans a day and work your way up to a quarter and then more so throughout the day. Okay, eventually work yourself up to 6 times a day. So I had to do that too. Remember, I told you I started slowly in December and then I went hardcore in January. So it takes time to get used to. Experiment with different types of beans to find what you like. And my favorite is black beans. I always feel like that was the best. And sometimes I'll add in kidney beans because Gemma likes it, but I actually personally don't like it because I feel like the skin of the kidney beans is so thick. It's so hard to chew. So I don't know. I also try to make chickpeas too or not the other day, but last week. And that was pretty good. It was all right. Still, I don't know. Black beans are my comfort to go-to beans. I love it so much. And I just had some. I just snacked on some actually earlier. And then remember to prep them well, soak them overnight, rinse thoroughly, and cook them until soft to improve digestion. And then if you don't want to cook it, another beginner tip is start off with canned beans. So get the kind that is no salts added and organic beans, okay? And then I like to get the brand 365 Whole Foods or the Eden brand. The Whole Foods is not in a can, it's like in a plastic type of container. So I actually get that and then I rinse it out with water and then I'll eat it. So rinse it out thoroughly with water before you eat with canned food and make sure it's no salt added and then organic, okay? The best kind though is the Eden brand. So you can try that. And some simple ways to incorporate beans too, if you can't just eat it straight up, put it in soups, make a chili, put it on your salad, or even making some type of bean dip. Well, hummus doesn't work, guys. Pro tip is because hummus is an like with infused with a lot of oil, so that's more of like an oil type of snack or item. So, I mean, it's still a healthy choice, but it's more of a oil snack versus a bean snack, if that makes sense. Because when you're on the bean protocol, everything has to be the least amount of oil, like steamed or roasted, to have its best benefits. Okay? So these have helped me so much. I can't believe um just implementing holistic things is so powerful and such a powerful tool. And I've always been into holistic well-being. I grew up using holistic ways to try to cure anything, honestly. Like I'm Chinese, so the Chinese heritage always used herbal medicine and, like what chiropractor and acupuncture. So, I mean, there's so many different alternatives, so find what works for you. And remember, the Western medicine is actually the newest type of medicine. So anything before that is ancient, okay? And that is what our ancestors used. It's been around for years, thousands of years, while Western medicine is very, very new. Like what? Hundreds of years, not even thousands. So think about that. And don't rely so much on what doctors say or what other people say. Find things that you truly believe is right for you. Okay. And I believe in both Western and Eastern medicine and finding the balance. I think Western medicine is great with surgeries, but maybe your condition doesn't need to have surgery. Like maybe your hysterectomy, if you have endometriosis, is not needed, and all you need is these holistic things to help with it. But do not just listen to the doctors. Like, take your power back, do the research needed to empower yourself so you know that you're making the best decision for yourself and that you have no regrets because you know exactly what you're doing, how your body's working, exactly everything. Only you know yourself best. And other people can only say so much. And I know my body so well that the holistic route right now is for me. I don't want to get to the point where my endometriosis is so painful that I have to get another laparoscopy. No, thank you. I had a C-section with Gemma. No, thank you. I don't want that again. So like if I mean it comes to terms with that, then okay, but I'm gonna do all my power to try to avoid it. And so this is what I'm doing. So I just wanted to remind you that healing is a journey and it's all about finding what works for you, okay? So castor oil and the bean protocol have been incredible tools for me on my path to better health, and I hope this inspires you to explore them too. If you're ready to dive deeper into your own healing journey, I'd love to work with you one-on-one or guide you with a numerology guidance card reading. I also give out free empowerment calls. It's a 30-minute free call to talk to me, and we dive deep into what's going on with you, what's making you stuck, and just to see if we would work well together. And so if you want this free call, comment empower below and I will send you a link to my calendar. And don't forget to check out my YouTube channel for more tips and free card readings there and meditations as well. And thank you for joining me today. Remember, small, consistent changes lead to big transformations. And so I'll see you in the next episode of Ignite Your Power, the Kathy Mou Podcast. Stay empowered and take care. And don't forget to go and live the BS life. Bye. Love you all.